Welcome in, you guys. Local John 1812 here, and I am with you here today on April 6, 2024 to talk about WrestleMania 40 and my predictions for WrestleMania 40 Night 1. This is a two-night just extravaganza of wrestling entertainment tonight, capitalized following by the big story tomorrow, the big show tomorrow, main events, everything on Sunday. Everything starts at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern tonight. Same time frames tomorrow. You got to check it out. You can find it on Peacock or WWE app right now to watch it tonight. Pretty soon, it will go on, I believe, Netflix. So, that's going to be different. But for this WrestleMania, look for Peacock WWE app. All right, we got 7 matches to go over tonight. I'm going to give you my predictions. So, I've got another announcement to make with this. This person here could make a return tonight. Should I keep the shades on or take them off? We're going to keep them on. We got to look cool. This is wrestling, baby. Let's go. All right, first up, we're going to have the Women's World Championship. We got Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Now, Rhea Ripley's title run has been iffy, right? A lot of people are saying she's been kind of just, But Becky Lynch is, proven and done that before. But I still think they want to continue to keep building on what is the future, which is Rhea Ripley. I believe Rhea Ripley will retain her Women's World Championship. The match number 2, guys, we have Undisputed Tag Team Championship. Both belts will be SmackDown Raw, if you wanted to variation of that way, will be on the line in a ladders match. This is where I believe they will split the titles. You can see, New Day is going to be in this. The Awesome Truth, Johnny and Tomomus and DIY is going to be in this. And of course, Judgment Day. And you have Damian Priest. Now, here's where I think could go a little bit different. Damian Priest has that Money in the Bank briefcase, so he's going to have to use it at some point in time. So I believe they will not be winners. So I think that's going to play a role in tonight. Give me Johnny and Tomas and the DIY, and give me the Miz and R-Truth, because both sets of titles have to be retained. So keep that in mind. So give me the Miz and R-Truth, which is the Awesome Truth, and then Johnny and Tomas and DIY winning, respectively. Third match, it's this 3 individuals versing the team with 3 other individuals. Bianca Belair, Jada Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. All right, in this match here, I know that Jada Cargill is a really good up-and-coming wrestler, making just recently coming through, and big name for herself, pushing her and all that. But it might just be a little bit too early for me. I'm taking Damage Control in that match. Fourth match, you have Andrade and Rey Mysterio versus Santo Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son. Give me Andrade and Rey Mysterio. I just feel like that should be the case here. Ray's been getting the short end of a lot of stuff when it comes to Dominic. Not this time around. They will win the match. Next up, we have the 5th match, Intercontinental Championship match. You have Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Now, listen, I think that, yes, Gunther's run's been long, kind of like Roman's, not as long, but going there, getting there. But I will say this. I will say that I think Gunther wins. Okay, and I wrote down here, I could see him losing later on to eventually the rematch with Chad Gable. And I see that as with the coaching situation out with Sami Zayn and Chad Gable, coaching him up. But I can just see that just wouldn't make sense for Sami to win and then face Chad Gable. That makes no sense unless Gunther's going to go somewhere else or something of that nature. And I haven't heard anything like that. So give me Gunther to win and keep and retain his Intercontinental Championship. All right. The brothers match. Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. Once together in the bloodline, now separate. Not together in the bloodline. I've got to go with Jey here. I've got to go with Jey. I got to go with Jey here. From the revenge from SummerSlam, he's got to make it up eventually. But there's a catch. Remember, in the main event tonight, we have a tag match between The Rock, which is the final boss, and you have the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, representing Bloodline, versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Winner of that match, we're going to talk about here in a second. There's a stipulation with that. So, Jey, if he wins, which I think he will, I think will have a problem. Here's why. I believe that Solo will come out and help Jimmy, and maybe something will happen where he messes up and maybe pushes Jimmy, and then Jay does something and wins the match. But they're angry. They kind of get mad at each other, almost breaking up the bloodline a little bit or making some move. We've been seeing some of that with Solo getting different chants from the crowd and making different looks. So then maybe Solo and them look like they might hurt each other, but he turns real quick and goes ahead and attacks Jay and starts hurting on Jay or something of that nature. Jimmy gets in, beats him up. They walk off together. Jay's pretty badly beaten and won't be able to return tonight or even tomorrow. That comes into play. It's important. Remember that. Remember that. That goes into the final match, the Bloodline Rules match, stipulation match, where you have The Rock, final boss, with his family and the head of the table, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Stipulation is, if Roman and Rock win, then they get to have Bloodline Rules, which means essentially anything goes in the main event tomorrow night for Cody versus Roman. Now, remember when I told you earlier that if Jay lost or won his match, he would get beat up by Jimmy and them, would not be able to come out and help. And I think Solo comes back out again, and some other, maybe, who knows? McIntyre may come out and attack Seth Rollins, not saying he's going to be with Bloodline, but just come out and do something, and they'll be without people. No one will come out maybe tonight, but maybe they will. Maybe they will. I'm going to get into that now. Because you got to think about some stuff. There are two people being rumored to come out either tonight or come out tomorrow to help. And I'm not for sure on which night, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. First off, I don't have any props for this person, so I'll just say them. Rumor is maybe John Cena comes out to help. People have been chanting different names. Cena's been chanted maybe once or twice. CM Punk a lot has been mentioned, but we know he's got that brace on his arm. But maybe that's a gimmick. Maybe he can tear it off and come out and fight. Who knows? I don't think it is. And it's been rumored that he won't fight until later on. Wrestle until later on. Now, this is the guy else that he's been rumored. Let's hear this noise. One more time. If you heard that, then you guessed right. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think, could return tonight. This is a yo-yo. This is a yo-yo. It doesn't really go up and down anymore. It's old. I bought this a long time ago. Really long time ago. This is from 1999. It's 2024. So, 25-year-old yo-yo here. Sound still works. Really cool. Could he return tonight? Could he help out Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes in this situation? And also, guys, I don't think this should be any type of no-brainer to anybody. Seth Rollins and them are probably going to come up short in this match. And I don't think the help comes tonight. I think the help comes tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe. Or does the help come out tonight to help, but they still lose, but then that help shows up again tomorrow night to be in their corner or something? Maybe, right? I don't know. Stone Cold, Cena, something like that. Maybe that nature. That would be awesome. Everybody's looking for something like that to happen. And the reason why the Bloodline has to win tonight is because everybody really wants to see the final boss win. That's true. Even though they're not the fan favorite, they're against, but a lot of people do want to see it. They get still hyped up when The Rock's music plays and everything. Come on, let's just face it. And then number two, you're not going to make a stipulation of Bloodline Rules and have that as a possibility in the main event at WrestleMania and then not have that come to fruition. You're just not. You're just not. So, I just don't see it any other way. I think the Bloodline wins tonight, and that's how it goes. And maybe or maybe not someone comes out to help Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes tonight. If not, I believe they come out tomorrow, and I believe it could be Stone Cold Steve Austin or John Cena. And there's no way. I think it's a real injury. I don't think it's a prop or anything of that nature. But the only other person I could think of is if CM Punk ripped this off and came out and helped. So I don't think that is the case. I believe it could be Austin. That's really who I think it is because it matches up more with the timeline of The Rock. Or it could be Cena, who had a history with The Rock at one of the WrestleManias. I don't know, guys. We shall see. And guess what? I'll give you this video, and I'm going to give you another one. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Make sure you share this out, and come back again tomorrow, kind of close to the same time frame, and I will give you my predictions for tomorrow night. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Until next time, guys. Oh. Let's go! WrestleMania! Peace!